opinions, and suggestions expressed on the following program are solely those of the participants and are not necessarily endorsed by KRMG, Cox Media Group Incorporated, or the program sponsors. The following program is sponsored by Wade's RV. This is Camping with Wade's RV on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk, your RV guide for Oklahoma and beyond. Give us a call at 918-460-KRMG or text us at 95920. Now, let's hit the road.
Well, hello there. Good afternoon, and welcome to Camping with Wade's RV. It's 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. This is Skylar Cooper coming to you from the KRMG Broken Arrow Bureau, as we've been calling it. A lot of people at the radio station are working remotely, and so I am sitting at my kitchen table doing the show live with you right now. Willy D is going to join us in a second, and he is actually live at a campsite, so he's living up to the reputation, and a good way to social distance, I would say, is being out there to camp. So just to recap what's going on for you, because of the coronavirus and everything that's going on around town, you just heard the mayor issuing that safer at home order. You can still go outside, so good news for campers. You can go get takeout, you can go to the store, but there's just no gathering, those sort of things. And he says police will enforce it. I mean, he sounds serious, and we took as much of that news conference as we can. And if you would like to hear more of it and the question portion that they just went into, we do have it live on our Facebook page. Just search KRMG Tulsa. You can rewatch the whole thing when it's done and listen to the questions there. So we want to talk about a little bit of camping today. We want to talk about what's happening at Wade's RV at this time. So Willy D, how are you doing this afternoon?
I am doing excellent. I am out here at Hogans Off-Road Park, and I had to get out of Tulsa. I mean, everything that's going on, all the social distancing, I wanted to social distance, but I still wanted to enjoy the outdoor lifestyle. So what I did was I jumped in an RV and we came out here and we are having a great time. I'm actually sitting at the kitchen table in a 2013 Plaza right now. So same thing, just a little bit further away from you.
Sounds like a good way to social distance. I mean, it's a really nice day, and that's one thing that's been getting on a lot of people. It's like, couldn't this happen when it was cold and gross or it's too hot? But it's beautiful outside, so you don't want to miss out. And the mayor just said, and the Dr. Dart from the health department said, you can go outside, you can go walk the dog, just stay 6 feet from people. So that's a great thing to do. I'm sure it's beautiful where you are. I'm watching squirrels and birds run around in my front yard. What is it like out there? I'm sure you guys have some distance between campsites, so it's perfectly okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's lots of distance in between the campsites. Actually, out here at Hogan's, it's a really remote location. So you have lots of good spaces in between you and the next camper. But what I like is there's so many different activities. So whenever you come out here at Hogan's Off-Road, obviously it's known for the off-road section of it, but it's actually right next to the Pensacola Dam. So what I've been doing last night and then even this morning was we were out there. They've been releasing the water. And so we've actually been down there fishing. And I've been going out there and catching a little bit of crappie here and there. And getting my old meal ready for me, kind of the old-fashioned way. But there's off-roading to do out here. There's lots of different hiking. There's fishing. There's lots of different, activities that you can do. And just like you said, you don't want to be cooped up inside. You want to get outside. You want to go be active, move around, do some physical activity, but also enjoy nature for everything it has to offer.
So for you guys, I know that the campsites, the places around town and around Oklahoma are some of your expertise. So what is open, what is closed? What have you guys found out?
Okay, so whenever I was planning on kind of getting out, like I said, I had to go out and do some outdoor stuff. So I started calling around to some of my favorite, locations and different parks like that. And what I found was that your state parks and a lot of the national parks, and then even, the Corps of Engineers, stuff like that, your very common campgrounds that you usually go to, they're all shut down, which, there probably should be because there's a lot more of that close proximity. But what I did find was that, our more local parks, kind of like here at Hogan's, and then some of those little small ones that you might find along the rivers and in little small towns, they are still open. So while we're, going out and we're using takeout and different things to help the restaurants while this time of, quarantine and separation is going on, go out and support your local parks as well. Don't forget about those guys, because in this time, they are open and they are open for business. So you can go out there, and have a good, enjoyable time yourself, but then also go out there and support your neighbors.
Right. There's a lot of that going around, and I think it's a really cool thing that people have been pointing out. This is really weird, right? I mean, this is a strange time that we're in. I never thought that I would be remote for this long of a time working from home. And I'll ask you, because I don't know what you guys have been doing at Wade's RV, and we'll get into that later, but I always thought it would be a cool thing to work from home, just this thought. It turns out I don't really like it. I liked it for 2 days, And then I realized I need to go somewhere. I just want to drive my 10-minute drive to work. I want to talk to my coworkers. I want to get out of the house. It's okay. Like, I have everything I need and we can do this. The technology is there, but it's just not like my style. How are you feeling about everything like that?
Well, for me, with my job, I go out camping a lot, and then at the dealership, I make a lot of the different videos and things. But we've had to take a couple different steps. We've started, going through and we sanitize all of the units before and after showings, things like that. We're doing hourly cleanings at Wade's RV to make sure everything is, top notch. But for myself, if you've ever been out to Wade's RV and kind of seen the studio, I'm kind of back in a little corner. So I kind of keep myself kind of sectioned off. So not much has changed in my day to day, just because I kind of tend to be a loner, I guess. But throughout the dealership, there has been a lot of things that have changed. But overall, I think it is positive. We are cleaning and everything. We're trying to take a positive spin on it. So a lot of our customers, what we've started doing is we've started doing video appointments. And so if you're interested in an RV, our salesmen, they actually can FaceTime you, Skype you, whatever is your preferred method, and they can go around that unit and show you the interior, the exterior, and give you a full showing. And then also, if you want to come out and look at it, we have no problem. We can actually get that thing plugged in, sanitized, and you can come out, take a look at it by yourself. And then we're also offering a promotion right now where we'll do free delivery. And because so many people are out of a job and it is such a different economic time, we do have the option for no payments for 90 days. So there's lots of different things that we're doing to kind of help other people as well, because we want you to go out and get out camping and stuff, but it may not be just the perfect time. Well, we want things to go ahead and tide on over, and so we're going to give you a little bit more time and help you out.
It's a good idea. I like the idea of the video. You can get a tour of the RV over FaceTime, and you're still getting to get a look at it and talk to the salesman and maybe talk to finance and get all the information you need. Where do you guys fall on the essential, non-essential, and are you letting only a certain number of people in at a time?
With that, we are doing, appointments and stuff there has been kind of a slower trend of people just because everyone is doing social distancing. So we've seen more of people setting appointments. It hasn't been something that we've had to, limit how many people are coming into the store. But we are considered essential because we're, helping out with the housing and different things like that. And also the repair of housing and different vehicles. So we got to keep people on the road, and we got to keep them, if they're using that as their full-time housing situation and something breaks and we're shut down, well, that's pretty essential in my book. So we got to make sure that we are being safe, but we do got to make sure we keep our doors open so we can take care of the public as well.
I want to remind you that if you have any questions today, text to the show at 95920. If you have something about camping you want to ask about, or if you're curious about where Willy D is out there at Hogan's, text us a question and he'd be happy to answer those. You can also call the station, 918-460-KRMG. 460-5764, and we'll talk about camping. We'll even answer your questions regarding this whole virus thing and social distancing, because it's sort of a combo today. We're here to inform you and help you out, talking about how Wade's RV is handling this situation. And one of the things that you guys do, things have changed, but life can't completely come to a stop, so you went out and camped, which happens to fit well into the social distancing thing because you have a small group of people and you're not that close to everybody else, so it sort of works. But tell me about this place at Hogan's. You were telling me a little earlier the history of it and how things sort of progressed.
Yeah, so Hogan, he started this. It's really cool. So he started it for people, not necessarily, a lot of people start a business, just to make money and go out there and do this. This is his retirement. So he came out here to start this, and he really started it so people could learn about the outdoors, learn about machinery, and really get out and connect with each other. So we were talking, I actually got to interview him yesterday. It was really cool. And he was telling me, with all of the social distancing and stuff, a lot of people have actually really got to reconnect with their family. And that's what he started this park for, was so people could come out here and connect, learn about each other, because so many times we get so caught up in just the day-to-day, speed, go to work, come home, eat, go to bed, and repeat. And then you just, you're not thinking about your family members and getting to know them completely and thoroughly. And so he made this so people could come out here, get to know each other. But then also he has a really big passion for machinery. If you ever come out to Hogan's, there's going to be lots of rock crawlers. There's going to be lots of Jeeps. And he actually has crafted 4 different rescue vehicles. So whenever, if you come out here and you do get stuck, you can always give him a call and he can come out there and rescue you. But there's all sorts of different stuff out here. He has a great restroom facility. The campsites are awesome. The first time I ever came out here, it was really cool. So I pulled in and, you call and you say, hey, I'm here, where do you want me to park? And before I could even get my power cord out, he was actually hooking up my sewer hose for me. So with that's usually people's, least favorite part of the job. And he just jumps right on in. And today he's actually been working on pulling a transmission out of one of his crawlers. And so we've been over there kind of tinkering with them and hanging out. It's really cool. It's just like a family atmosphere out here. And just like with your campsites, there's lots of neighborly folks out here, and you get to learn a lot of different stuff. Every time I come out here, I learn something else. For one, about the park and how it got started. He started it because it was actually founded, this river project was in 1934. And so it was actually restricted. It was created so then you could get, hydroelectric power and stuff, but then also recreation. And they weren't opening it up for recreation. So he actually went to court. He got a ticket for trespassing, and he went to court and he fought and he got this park open. And so people have been enjoying this for years. And there's so many different people that come out here for the different groups. And he sets up different events so then he can handle all of the different people that come out here. There's lots of different rock crawling trails, and it's super, super popular.
I was just looking at some of the images from out there, and it looks like a lot of fun. I've heard a lot of people really love it. I've never been, even though I used to ride so much. That wasn't really, we weren't on rock crawlers, we were on tracks, those sort of things. But it looks like a great time, and it'd be a great weekend to be out there. And I know that it's something that you guys enjoy doing. We're coming up on a break here. You are listening to Camping with Wade's RV on KRMG. I'm Skyler Cooper. Willy D is live out there. Willy D, how far is that from the Tulsa area?
It's about an hour. I'm up here at, basically it's the Grand Lakes, so it's not too far at all.
Gotcha. Hey, if you have questions about camping or you want to just join the conversation, text us 95920 or call us at 918-460-KRMG, 460-5764. It is the remote edition of Camping with Wade's RV. I am in Broken Arrow. Willy D is up at Disney. This is 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Welcome back. It's Camping with Wade's RV on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Skyler Cooper and Willy D with you today. We are live. We'll say on location. We're both broadcasting remotely. I am in the Broken Arrow Bureau, as I call it. It's just my kitchen table, where we've been broadcasting remotely for some time now on the station. Each of us, well, most of us, especially on the KRMG Morning News, Dan, Rick, Glenn, Ben, and I, everybody at home, there's basically just someone at station running stuff. That's how the times we're in, but it's possible technologically, so that's what they're having us do. And Willy D is remote today. He is actually camping. Where are you again?
I'm at Disney. So, and don't be confused, I'm not in Disney, like Florida. I'm actually in Disney, Oklahoma. So it's right up by Grand Lake, actually. So if you've ever been to the Pensacola Dam, it's really, really cool. I highly recommend you go out and check it out. But I'm up here at Disney at Hogans Off-Road Park. I'm camping in a 2013 Palazzo 33.1, and you can actually check it out online. We have it listed right now. And the cool thing about this diesel pusher is it's a diesel pusher. It's a 2013, and it can be yours for less than $100,000. So it makes it super affordable, and it's going to be a really luxurious ride that'll take care of you really well. But we're out here. We're having a great time. I've been fishing this morning. Hogan, he's been out pulling out a transmission. So we've been over there kind of pestering him a little bit, learning a few things here or there, turning a wrench. And we're just going to really enjoy the day. We're going to be hitting the trails with the Jeeps and the four-wheelers and stuff later. But we're having a really great time out here and just making the best of the situation. With the social distancing, you want to make sure you're separate and away from folks, but on such a beautiful day, how can you stay inside? And so we wanted to get out here and really enjoy ourselves.
If you guys have questions for Willy D, remember you can text us at 95920. He's from Wade's RV, and you can call them at 918-291-1011. They're at 161st and Highway 75. Willy D, we do have some questions from texters, so get your questions in. You can also call us, 918-460-KRMG. Willy D, they say the bees are out. Do you have anything that'll go over intake and exhaust on the furnace?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we have is I call them dauber screens, but you can actually get those and they attach really, really easy. We have them in our parts store at 121st, and we also have them at the 161st location. So if you just go into the store and tell them, hey, I got some bugs going in there, they can get you those dirt dauber screens, and it'll go over your actually just about any opening. So on your fridge exhaust vents, you can put them on that. You can put them on your AC unit. You can also put them on your water heater. Just about anything that opens, you can put it on there to make sure you're protected and you're not going to have the bees getting in there or those dirt daubers. A lot of the times they do get into those systems, and it can be a very costly repair. So spending $5-10 here can save you hundreds later down the road.
Perfect. I love an easy answer like that. Another question from a texter at 95920 says, is there a campground around? I'm guessing they're a 918 phone number, so they're probably here in the metro, and you're about an hour away. But they say, is there a campground around that has a permanent spot? Because they want to find a place to park their camper, get away on the weekends, but they're not interested in towing it place to place.
Absolutely. So there is lots of different parks that are kind of around the Tulsa area. The best thing to do, because all parks are a little bit different situationally, a park here may have, it may be all right, but you might have to, have it hooked up to a sewer line or something. So just to make sure that the situation would be, kind of a puzzle piece fit, I would just call the parks in the local area, because more times than not, you will find that they do accommodate where you can leave it set up all the time. Actually, I believe Hogan actually has a couple people that leave their camper set up here all the time, because they are up here off-roading so much. They don't want to haul it back and forth, back and forth. They just leave it set up here. So just give your local park a call and tell them what you have in mind and see if you can get a deal worked out.
It's a good option. I think I would like to do that, because I'm kind of with them on towing it place to place, but there's also sort of an in-between option that you guys have, which is your storage and setup service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have storage. So if you do want to go ahead and just store with us, we have the outdoor storage. So if you want to do that, it ranges from about $40 to $60, just depending on what you're wanting space-wise. And then we also have the indoor storage as well. So depending on the size of the bay, the cost kind of varies as well. We're actually building more spaces right behind our location. We have 30 acres that we broke ground on, and they've been actively building more storage units so we can get more of those RVs stored, because typically we have a waiting list. It's a very popular option, because a lot of times you want to go out camping and you want to enjoy this lifestyle, but that good old pesky HOA is just knocking at your door. They don't like seeing that camper parked right out front, but we can help you with that. And a lot of times we have our customers that they store their motorhomes and different stuff with us, and it's plugged in all the time. So you have your fridge, it's cold, you can keep your food in there, and there's even a couple guys that use them as man caves. So there's lots of different options, and if you want to store with us, give us a call and we'll get you taken care of.
We're doing a remote version of Camping with Wade's RV today. I'm remote from my house in Broken Arrow, and Willy D is out at Disney at Hogan's campground. So we're social distancing from one another, but you are also, it's a great way to do it for you out there, because you're enjoying nature, you're enjoying your fun activities that you like to do, but you're not on top of everybody. It just kind of fits right in.
Yeah, the only thing that was kind of different was whenever I was going out to the store, obviously there's been, a few stores that are short on items here or there, was I was looking for camping food, and that was actually kind of a hard thing to find. So I got the last package of hot dogs, and luckily I was able to find some buns, so I was able to get all my supplies. I'm a huge fan of Cheez-Its, so I had to get me a couple boxes of Cheez-Its. I had that, and then it kind of brought me back to my good old college days when I was eating the bagel bites. So I've been eating a lot of bagel bites out here as well. So you kind of had to adapt and improvise. I wasn't able to have, necessarily my grill and my steak like I normally do, but I was able to get the hot dogs and the bagel bites and some Cheez-Its. So I've been very, very happy and content. There's no complaints on my end.
I know you've got your friend Connor with you, who's been on the show before, and you guys were wanting to talk about some lessons of the road, ways to cook when you don't have to bring all the extra gear.
Yes, that's exactly right. I have Connor the Birdman Perkins here with me, and he's kind of the chef whenever we go out on the road. So there's been a few lessons of the road that we've learned, and whenever we were looking for the food, he kind of, picked up on a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and let him tell you a few tips of the road whenever you might not necessarily have all the gear you need, or you're looking for some different kind of food options. So he just actually got back from the grocery store and kind of brought his haul, and let me tell you, he's going to be lucky if he gets to eat it all, because it's very tempting to me already.
All right. So, hey, Skylar.
Hey, Connor. How you doing?
Oh, pretty great. So we, kind of spur of the moment came out here and weren't really completely prepared, as we try to be sometimes. So, we're really cooking some stuff over the fire. Willie really likes to, he keeps it simple with the bagel bites. with the Cheez-Its. But yeah, we got a lot of rain last night, a little bit more than expected. That threw a little dent in the plans. So we didn't bring a grill with us. So yeah, it's really just been cooking hot dogs over the fire. It's something else.
How are you tolerating this whole social distancing thing? We've been talking on the show how it's so different, and it's just odd to have to stay away from people and staying home. Do you find that camping is a good outlet to sort of get out of the house a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So getting out of the house is a great option. And the thing is, whenever we're cooking different stuff out here, and you wouldn't think about it. So usually I cook my bagel bites in the oven. I don't have an oven in this RV. So it was one thing that we thought about afterwards. We were like, oh, hey, we don't have the oven. But luckily I do have a convection microwave, so I was able to get them nice and crisp. But it ended up working out quite well. And Connor always loves coming out and camping. So it wasn't hard to convince him to come on out here. And we were all ready to go.
You're listening to Camping with Wade's RV on KRMG. I'm Skylar Cooper with Willy D. We're both broadcasting from remote locations. Social distancing, it's a weird time we're in, but it's just reality right now. And if you missed it a few minutes ago, Mayor Bynum issues a safer at home order for Tulsa. You can find more information on the KRMG app or krmg.com. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back. It's Camping with Wade's RV on KRMG. We are live today from remote locations. This is Skylar Cooper, and I am from the KRMG Broken Arrow Bureau, as we've been calling it, which is legitimately just my kitchen table, which is where I've been working for most of the last week and a half, sort of implementing a lot of that social distancing even at KRMG. A lot of us working the morning show, the KRMG Morning News with Dan Potter from home. So that continues for the weekends right now. And Willy D is live at a campground. Of course he is, because that guy likes to go camping and nothing's going to stop him. But it actually works because, you can go camping and keep your distance from people. So he's out in Disney, and we've been talking a lot about that. If you missed any of it, we're still going to put the show up on a podcast, and you'll be able to check out what we've been doing. Willy D, remind us how you guys are sort of implementing change at Wade's RV right now to accommodate what's going on with COVID-19 and the cleansing and everything out there.
So it's really incredible. So Wade, obviously, we're really active in the community, and we always want to help out our neighbors and everything. And there's a lot of people that are without jobs and stuff right now, but people obviously are going to get back to work. Everything's going to get back to a normal stride. And right now, people need to get outside. They need to go camping, get outside the house. So Wade, he has worked with the banks, and we have a special deal. And so right now, there's certain banks where you have the option of having no payments for 90 days. And then also, obviously, we want to keep everything sanitized. So we're making sure we clean all the RVs very regularly, and then also the stores being cleaned hourly as well, so that thing is a tip-top shape. But we're also doing free delivery up to 100 miles. So if you are interested in an RV, we can get it delivered to you. We can do the whole process over the phone or online, essentially, and we can just bring it right to your house, drop it off for you, and that way you can have that. And like I said, no payments for 90 days. It's incredible. You're not even going to think about it. By the time this is all over, you're going to be a camping pro. So it'd be really awesome. You can get out there and go camping. And then also, we have tons of great deals going on right now. We have a lot of great used inventory. Right now, I'm in this 2013 Palazzo, and like I said, they have it for less than $100,000. So this is an incredible deal. This thing only has 20,000 miles on it, so it is brand new, basically. It's a really great unit, and then we also have some new units out there as well. So I just put out a video on YouTube about our new Dutch Star that we had come in, and that thing is super cool. I have never seen an RV that had automatic toilets, and this thing has it. So if you want to check it out, we actually will give you a video tour too. So if you want, just go ahead and call up to the store, and one of the guys will get on the video chat with you, and you can do it FaceTime, Skype, whatever your preferred method is, and they'll give you a full walk around. And that way they can tell you about it, you can see it, but you don't necessarily have to go outside, and you can keep with those social distancing practices.
Now, remind us how everything is working in the state with camping, because you found this place. It's a privately owned place, Hogan's, right? So, but there are state places that are closed. So if someone wants to do camping right now, what are their options?
So what I would recommend is going and supporting your local campsite. So with the state parks, they are open, so you can go, use the trails and stuff, but they're not allowing new campers to come in and actually take a spot. So it's kind of hard to go out and go to a state park right now. And there's a lot of restaurants and stuff that are closed. And so you want to, go out and help support everyone locally. Well, help your local campsite. So I just use Travelok. You can find a lot of great local campsites on there, or just, if you have a certain part of the state you're wanting to go, just Google that. And a lot of times it'll lead you right to where you're wanting to go. Or if you have different hobbies, a lot of people like to ride horses, or we're over here, we're doing jeeping and we're fishing and stuff like that. So that really fits with what we're looking for. Look up your different activities. And so you can kind of find the campsite that works best for you. And also your camper, you want to make sure you have all the hookups that you're needing to get wherever you need. And here at Hogan's, it's really cool. They have full sewer, full electric, full water. He's got everything out here that you would ever need. And if you don't want that, you can, just bring a tent, and then you can also use the facilities. He's got showers and bathrooms. You'll feel right at home.
So it is strange times, but you guys are making accommodations. Remind us how to get a hold of Wade's RV and find you guys online.
So if you want to get a hold of us, it's just like normal. You can always give us a call. It's 918-291-1011, and we have our two locations. So 161st and Highway 75, or our original location where we have all those super cool tools in the body shop, and that's at 121st and Highway 75, right by the Walmart. And always check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff, Wade's RV, and I got tons of cool videos. And if you want to see a $500,000 bus, I just put a video up.
Thanks for joining us today. This has been Camping with Wade's RV on KRMG. I'm Skyler Cooper. We will be back next Saturday at noon. The Future of Real Estate with Daryl Baskin is next on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.